Hello everyone, my name is Eva Blight. Thank you for joining this presentation on test administration, integrity, and analysis. As nurse educators, we are responsible not only for teaching content, but also for ensuring that our assessments are fair, reliable, and aligned with program outcomes. I will walk you through recommended testing administration practices, how to maintain testing integrity, and essential strategies for aligning exam performances using evidence-based approaches. Effective test administration starts with carefully structured environments. Integrity and fairness must guide every decision we make as faculty. The testing room layout, seating arrangement, monitoring process, and student preparation all work together to reduce misconduct and ensure assessments accurately measure student learning. Evidence-based analysis methods allow us to evaluate not only student performance, but also the quality of our exams. Testing begins long before students open their exams. Proper seating arrangements help maintain fairness and security. Students should be seated in spaced rows, ideally in alternating patterns. This minimizes opportunities for answer copying and allows the proctor an unobstructed view. This seating strategy supports integrity principles outlined in academic testing standards. Following the Americans with Disabilities Act and institutional accommodation plans, providing for extended time in a distraction-reduced space and assistive technology permitted only as specified. Upon entering the room, students should immediately store all belongings, such as backpacks, bags, and personal items, in the designated area. Backpacks must be zipped completely closed. Digital devices, including cell phones, smartwatches, etc., need to be powered off and placed in the closed backpack. At the testing desk, students may only have items explicitly permitted in the syllabus. A university photo ID, a writing utensil, an approved calculator, and a potentially blank sheet of paper if the course allows for it. This keeps the testing environment clean, standardized, and free from unauthorized materials. To protect the validity of our exam results, several integrity measures should be implemented. Active proctoring is vital. Moving around the classroom shows attentiveness and deters misconduct. Using multiple versions of exam reduces collaboration risks. And finally, any irregularities must be documented to support follow-up review and ensure transparency. Once the exam is complete, the real work begins. High-quality exams are those that not only measure student learning, but also adhere to psychometric integrity. Test analysis includes evaluating item difficulty, discrimination, distractor performance, test reliability, and content validity. We use statistical tools from classical test theory and item response theory. According to Sadeh et al. In 2025, item difficulty and discrimination remain foundational metrics for item evaluation, with KR2 serving as a core indicator of reliability. The Kuder-Richardson Formula 20, or KR20, evaluates internal consistency of dichotomous exam items. A high KR20 indicates that exam items measure similar constructs and produce consistent results. Reliability values above 0.70 are acceptable for most academic exams. If reliability is low, we must investigate whether the items are too easy, too difficult, or not aligned with the learning objectives. The KR21 is a simplified version that is used when the difficulty of all items on the test is equal. The score is usually lower than that of the KR20 since it makes a more conservative estimate. Validity ensures that an exam measures what is intended to measure. Content validity is supported through proper blueprint alignment, ensuring items map to course objectives and the cognitive levels required. Construct validity is reflected in an item performance pattern and score relationship. As Sadeghi et al. Emphasized, qualitative review is necessary to ensure STEM's distractors and item structure align with educational standards. Validity is strengthened when faculty systematically review items for clarity, relevance, and cognitive rigor. Item difficulty ideally falls between 0.30 and 0.70. Items in this range reflect appropriate challenge. Items that are either too easy or too hard do not differentiate the student's ability well. Item discrimination values greater than 0.20 are acceptable. Negative discrimination indices that lower performing students answered correctly more often than higher performing students. These items must be revised or removed. Distractors play a crucial role in multiple choice item performance. Functional distractors are chosen by at least 5% of students and indicate plausible yet incorrect reasoning. Non-functional distractors are rarely selected and may indicate that the option is unrealistic or poorly written. Replacing or refining weak distractors improves item quality, supports higher discrimination, and strengthens the validity of the exam. Complexity is an often overlooked feature of item design. Bolt and Lau's work in 2020 showed that complexity affects the shape of item characteristic curves and influences how different student groups interact with an item. Highly complex items may require multi-step reasoning, but excessive complexity can disadvantage lower ability students and reduce fairness. Maintaining balance ensures exams measure competence rather than cognitive overload. Missing responses create challenges for data interpretation. Gorder et al. In 2020 showed that missing data introduces bias under classical test theory because CTT relies heavily on complete data patterns. In contrast, IRT provides more stable estimates by modeling patterns across participants. Missing responses, though clear directions, adequate time, and consistent monitoring, help preserve data integrity. Van der Linden's research in 2022 provides insight into depicting item compromise using response patterns and response time data. Unusually high scores or rapid responses on specific items may indicate pre-knowledge or exposure. These techniques help protect the integrity of test banks, especially in programs using repeated or continuous testing. Reviewing exam results with students is an important but sensitive process. Individual reviews allow personalized feedback but require strict control over the materials. Group reviews are efficient but increase the risk of item exposure. Secure review sessions where students may view but not copy items protect the test bank. Feedback reports without specific item disclosure balance transparency with security. Student-generated MCQs, or multiple choice questions, are increasingly recognized as a powerful learning strategy. Polo and colleagues in 2025 demonstrated that writing test items enhances comprehension, exposes misconceptions, and encourages students to engage at a higher cognitive level. This method integrates seamlessly with competency-based education models and supports assessment literacy for emerging nurse clinicians. Simulation-based learning plays a critical role in developing clinical reasoning. Numba et al. In 2025 found that factors such as scenario design, facilitator support, and student stress levels influence critical thinking outcomes. Well-designed simulations promote decision-making and prepare students for complex exam items and clinical scenarios. Integrating simulation insights with exam design ensures alignment between learning and assessment. In conclusion, high-quality exam administration and post-exam analysis are vital for maintaining academic integrity and ensuring reliable assessment of student learning. By applying evidence-based best practices, we support student success and uphold the standards of nursing education. Thank you for engaging with me in this content. Please reach out if you have any questions, require additional clarification, or other questions. Thank you.